Welcome back to Cord Cutting Today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting, including today, the cost of streaming about to explode. Are we about to see Disney Plus hit $25 a month or more in the next 10 years? We'll tell you what's happening there. Tubi will stream the Super Bowl this year in 4K for free. No cable login required, no nothing. We'll tell you all the details there. And Philo is launching a new add-on. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick second. First though, if you want to learn more about any of these stories, check out the show notes down below, and in the first pinned comment I'll put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. Doing one or both lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, so YouTube recommends our videos to more people, helping us grow and hopefully helping you break free from the high cost of TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. Alright, let's jump into it. There's a new study out that's looking at the cost of streaming. We've talked about the rising cost of content impacting both traditional cable and streaming services. And with that, they took a look at what they predict at this current rate of price hikes we'll see in the next 10 years. And according to that, Netflix could cost as much as $33.99 a month. Disney Plus could hit $25.99 a month. And Peacock could be $23.99 a month. There's just a few of the services that broke down when they looked at what these services would cost in 10 years in 2035. Well, that may seem like a long ways away. Cord Cutters News is turning 11 this year. That comes quick. I don't know if these are real. I do know one thing is the cost of making content is skyrocketing. A lot of that has to do with many factors. Often in our lives, we try to say, here's one reason, and that everything is related to that. This happened because of this one reason. And the real reason is it's often many, many small things. I think this is one of those things. Cost of actors, crew, and more went up. We recently saw the strikes, actually I should say a few years ago now. The new contracts make that a lot more expensive on streaming services. They have to pay more royalties and what. Not a bad thing. But then you also look at costs of doing shows. Wood to build the sets. Gas to get out there. All kinds of other things. These basic everyday costs that go into making a show have risen significantly in the last few years. CGI and more, which we had hoped would save a lot of money, hasn't really delivered on its promise of saving money. Now has done some really amazing things, but hasn't necessarily saved money like we thought it would. All this put together, and 1,000 other tiny factors have seen the cost of shows skyrocket. We've seen shows getting tens of millions of dollars per episode to make nowadays. That's got to be recouped somehow. And networks are demanding more money for their content. Now, as fewer people pay for it, they want more money so they can make the same from the fewer people remaining. I think just ultimately hurting them by driving more people to cord cutting. We'll keep a close eye on this, but this isn't just affecting streaming. We already saw things like Comcast raise its price by as much as $15 a month on customers. We look at the last year, the average price hike on cable TV and satellite services, about $15 a month compared to streaming. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll love to hear from you. Alright, Tubi had some big news yesterday. They will be streaming the Super Bowl this year, the 2025 one, for free in 4K. Now, I don't know if Tubi's ever streamed a live event in 4K before. If they have, I apologize if I missed it, but I think this is the first time they've ever done that. Also, this is a way to watch it for free. Now, there's been streaming ways before to do it through a Fox Sports app or different things, depending on the year. Sometimes they try to put them behind cable walls, sometimes they don't, where you need a provider login to access it. Of course, it's always been free with an antenna, and it's on paid services like YouTube TV, Fubo, and others. The game is this year airing at Fox, and Fox is using it to try to grow Tubi, and they're going to offer it for free on Tubi with no cable login. You just access the Tubi app, free in the United States, and stream it, not just in HD, but free in 4K, which is something like YouTube TV charges extra for. And some live TV services don't offer at all. So it's really cool to see this. I think this is a great move for Tubi. Great way to get their name out there. I do think this will attract a lot of people. If it was just an HD, I don't think it would. The same way as saying, hey, you could watch it on an antenna. You could watch it on YouTube or all these others. But if you want it in 4K without having to sign up for a paid service, without having to get an add-on or whatever, go watch it on Tubi for free. I think that will really help them drive and grow. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago when Fox had it last, they saw a huge jump in Tubi viewership with a very effective Tubi ad. Be interesting to see what kind of ad Tubi runs this year. They kind of pranked everybody 2 years ago, pretending that as the game was starting up again, all of a sudden it switched over to Tubi and started streaming a movie. And everybody was reaching for the remotes thinking somehow their TV did something weird when it was really just a Tubi ad. We'll see what they do this year. All right, next story up. Philo is launching a new add-on with AMC Networks. The all-black, the ALLBK, I apologize, dyslexic moment there. Add-on is $7 a month, offers a 7-day free trial. It's one more add-on Philo's offering as they partner more and more with AMC. If you want to learn more about this, if you're a Philo customer, you can check it out in the show notes. But it brings a wide range of content to it, including original series, films, reality TV, and even stage plays from live theater into your home with this add-on. Really some honestly really good content there. Check it out. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more. Next story up. Amazon and Apple have won a lawsuit that alleged collaboration to raise the cost of products. It's very interesting. So in Europe, they're being accused of collaborating together to drive up the cost of products on things like the Amazon market through resellers, through a joint effort to kind of drive people into those markets. They successfully defended themselves and won. What they say is a great victory for these companies and allows them to continue to do what they want with it. This is a huge, recently there's been several major cases like this for a variety of different things against US companies in Europe that they've lost and had to pay quite a bit of money on. And to win this one helps Amazon in a huge way. It'd be interesting to see how this plays out. Will this encourage more cooperation between tech companies now that they won this one or not? We'll have to wait and see. All right, today in TV history. Let me know if you like these Today in TV histories. It's something new we've been doing on the site. I'd love to have your thoughts on it. But it's hard to believe this week marks 30 years since Voyager came out to TV in the United States on a little thriving network that was trying to get its feet up, UPN. Voyager was a departure from many Star Trek shows. First major show to have a female captain. It also had moved this series from part of the galaxy and the regular aliens, regular storylines that we had grown accustomed with Star Trek, to the other side of the galaxy with new aliens, new things to discover, and a new type of storyline. This came as Deep Space Nine was still going. TNG had come to an end. If I remember the timeline correctly, it was coming to an end. It's very interesting to see how this show found its legs. It became a fan favorite with it. 30 years today, it boldly went to somewhere new with that. Also, this week, Happy Days is turning 51 years old. Best known for a great theme song, great characters, and a great depiction of the 1950s style life. With that, though, it's also well known for a famous saying, "Jump the shark," came from the show, to depict a show that jumped the shark and went downhill from there. Now, Happy Days cast kind of hate that. They often point to the fact that their ratings were great and things were going very well, even long after Happy Days, quote, jumped the shark. But that raises a question. What show do you think jumped the shark the worst? Is there a show that you think that they did something in the show that changed the show forever, and it was so ridiculous or so bad, got rid of a lead character, whatever it may be, that it killed the show? I'd love to know what you think of it. Hey, as we wind up today, I had quite a few people ask me about the change here. I'm traveling for a little while. We're down in Florida once again for a little bit. A little time alone with my family here. Then we're having some of my family come down and some of my wife's friends come down after that. So we're spending some time down here with the kids for a little bit. Don't worry, I'll be back in the regular studio here before you know it. But for a little bit here, hang in here. I know this is a different setup, and the audio quality or video quality may not be as good as normal, but I hope you enjoy the videos all the same. We're really excited to the over 2,000, I should say, new subscribers in the last week. Welcome. We'll be back in the regular studio before you know it, but I appreciate your support. We're really excited about what we're seeing here. Make sure to check us out over at cordcuttersnews.com if you only follow us on YouTube. This is only part of the stories we post over there. You'll find a lot more content over at corecarsnews.com, or follow us on Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, whatever you want to call it, Instagram. You can find us all over social media. Until next time, take care, be safe. Oh, and I put links to our social media down in the video description also. Until next time, take care, be safe. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it.